Hey there, I'm Dean Nelson and you're watching Living in Nashville, Tennessee. Me and my father, Jay Nelson, are realtors, developers, and builders here in Middle Tennessee with over 1,300 properties sold and 26 years of experience. Today's video, I'm going to be telling y'all about the pros and cons of living here in Nashville. So we're going to have a generalized overview of the things that I love about living here in Nashville, as well as some things to consider that are drawbacks if you're thinking about moving here. Our channel is dedicated to teaching you everything that you need to know about Middle Tennessee. So if you want to see some tours of different areas, deep dives into the markets, or just have any generalized questions, feel free to explore my channel or give me a call at 615-987-7536. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The first pro that we're going to get into is the music scene. As you know, Nashville is Music City. It's got a very rich music heritage, from the Grand Ole Opry being a radio broadcast in the 1920s that then became a music venue, to things like the Ryman Auditorium, Bluebird Cafe. There are tons and tons of producing record labels and studios over in Music Row, which is a very, very popular spot for music enthusiasts. So whether you're into heavy metal, country music, rap, bluegrass, something super indie, it doesn't matter. Your artist, if they tour, they come through Nashville. So if you're into music, you are definitely gonna love Nashville. Second pro of Nashville that we're gonna talk about is the jobs market. Here in Nashville, Tennessee, there are tons of opportunities for jobs. Particular industries that are really, really hot right now is gonna be medical, with things like Vanderbilt University's Medical Center, as well as HCA Healthcare located in downtown Nashville. Some other areas of massive growth that we're seeing is the tech sector, with things like Meta and Facebook moving to places like Gallatin, Tennessee. We are seeing an influx of tech companies and startups here in Nashville every single year. Some other industries that are particularly hot, of course, is going to be the music industry, from things like recording, producing, and even performing. There's always going to be opportunities here. And then another sector that's experiencing a ton of growth is going to be the hospitality sector, from things like hotels to Airbnbs to entertainment. For our growing tourism that we have here in Nashville, there are tons of different job opportunities for you. The third pro we're going to talk about in Nashville is the culture and lifestyle. As you know, Tennessee is in the South, so that means that we have Southern hospitality. That means that when you're in the line at the checkout, you might be having conversations with the people around you. We pride ourselves on manners and kindness, and we're very respectful to the people around us. It's very kind and cool down here compared to maybe some northern places. If you're kind of used to getting the cold shoulder, it's not like that down here. Other things, from music industry like we already talked about, to generalized entertainment at Bridgestone Arena, Nissan Titan Stadium. There's always tons of events happening here. Things like Monster Jam, all that cool stuff. Any events that you see, oftentimes are gonna come through Nashville. We also have a very, very vibrant food scene here. So regardless of what type of food you like, there are tons and tons of restaurants for you, and even some great things in the art scene as well. We have the Frist Art Museum, which is fantastic. You have the Adventure Science Center, which is awesome for families and things like that. So yeah, we have a really cool culture and lifestyle down here. It's pretty laid back. Our fourth pro of Nashville, Tennessee is going to be the tax burden. Here in Tennessee, we have a very low tax burden with no state-based income tax, and our property taxes are extremely low. For example, I have a 5-acre farm in Goodlettsville, a little bit over 2,000 square feet, and my annual property taxes are barely $2,000 a year. So yeah, very low tax burden here in Tennessee is really honestly one of my favorite pros about it, and one of the biggest reasons on why we have so many people moving here. When you compare our property taxes to places like, say, California, which may have a $40,000 property tax, the same home here in Tennessee may only have about a $4,000 property tax. So yeah, our value here in keeping and retaining your money that you've worked very hard to earn is just fantastic down here. The fifth pro of Nashville, Tennessee is going to be our education. So here in Nashville, we have a fantastic public education system all the way from K through 12. Our public schools are, in my opinion, really, really great. We have some very sought after areas, especially like Williamson County is an extremely sought after area for the public schools. And then when it comes to universities, of course, we have the prestigious Vanderbilt University, Belmont, Tennessee State University, and Middle Tennessee State University. So when it comes to education, Nashville and Middle Tennessee's got you covered. Our sixth pro of Nashville, Tennessee is going to be the outdoor activities. We have multiple lakes and rivers here in Nashville, so whether you're into fishing, canoeing, rafting, hikes, trails, the whole nine, we have tons of parks here and just a gorgeous natural scenery here in Tennessee. So if you're an outdoorsy person, you are in heaven here in Nashville. Literally, you could go on different hiking trails every single day, go to different fishing spots every single day, and probably have too many spots that you could even hit while you're in the season here. So we have fantastic outdoor recreation here in Nashville. Our seventh pro of Nashville is going to be the climate. We have very mild winters here with maybe only a couple days of snow, if we even get that. Fantastic spring and fall seasons that are just gorgeous with all of our trees and rolling hills here. Our summers, that's actually going to lead me into my first con. Our summers are pretty hot and humid. That is going to be also the first con of living here in Nashville is the summers. Pretty hot and humid. It's not as bad as Louisiana, which is where a lot of my family is from, but it is hot and humid here. That is something that you have to be prepared for, especially if you're coming here to Nashville to look at homes maybe in the fall or winter seasons. Just be ready. It is fun. We love to swim. We love to have outdoor activities on the lake and stuff, but summers are hot and humid. There's no way around it. Our second con of living in Nashville, Tennessee is going to be the traffic and public transportation system. So traffic is a little bit on the denser side, especially in certain locations, particularly south of Tennessee in Williamson County. Generalized, our interstates and rush hours are going to be pretty traffic dense. I do know that it does not compare to places like LA or New York, coming from clients of mine that now live here that have purchased from those locations. But I don't want to say that there's not traffic, because there is. And the public transportation system, although they are revamping it and improving it, as of right now, there's much to be desired when it comes to public transportation around Middle Tennessee. It is definitely a city where it expects you to have a vehicle and to be able to drive around, especially outside of downtown and a lot of these suburban areas where many people are choosing to live in. So that's our second con of Nashville, Tennessee. Our third con of Nashville, Tennessee is going to be the tourism here. While it is fantastic for our economy in general, there are many tourists here, so don't expect to go downtown and sightseeing without there being tourists everywhere. There are plenty of spots that locals know about, especially in the bar scene, so don't worry about that. But just in general, there are many tourists here, which can lead to high wait times, a generalized congestion in the downtown areas of Nashville. So that's something to consider. Our fourth con of Nashville, Tennessee is going to be the parking here. If you go downtown to an event, expect to pay for parking. There used to be plenty of spots to park for free, but in the most recent years, mostly all of downtown is going to have paid parking if you can find a parking spot at all for the business. Oftentimes, businesses will be on a street with no parking whatsoever, and you might have to park in a garage or somewhere around the block or a couple blocks down in order to get to the business. So yeah, if you're going downtown, whether it's just to go out to eat, go shopping, whatever you're planning on doing, just know that you're probably going to be paying for parking. However, there are pretty cool parking garage systems that know your license plate, and once you've done it once or twice, majority of the places in the city, you can kind of just drive in, it'll scan you, and when you drive out, it knows how long you've been there. So it is easy in that regard, but there's a lot of paid parking here in Nashville, especially when it comes to events, concerts, and things like that. Expect to pay a little bit of a premium for the time there. People want to make their money with parking here. And our fifth and final con of Tennessee is going to be the construction congestion here. If you're somebody who is not a fan of ongoing construction, there's a lot here, especially in the downtown corridors. There's just a lot going on, lots of cranes, lots of, reroutes on the streets and things like that. So always kind of be prepared for whatever change up is happening that week in terms of traffic flow downtown, because there are skyscrapers and many, many businesses and buildings under construction at any given time. That can also lead to a little bit of noise pollution. So I guess you could call that the last con as well. well is it's a bit loud, but it's a city. What can you really expect? Overall, we love living here in Nashville, Tennessee, and all of our clients, at least from what they've told me that have moved here from out of state, absolutely love it here too. Again, from things like low taxes to a fantastic entertainment, music, and food scene. It's just a great place to live, y'all. We really love it. If you have learned anything today or have enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to get notifications on new videos, hit the like if you enjoyed it, leave a comment if you got a question, or if you have a direct question for me, give me a call right now at 615-987-7536. Again, I'm Dean Nelson and I work with my father, Jay, and we are realtors, developers, and builders here in Middle Tennessee with over 26 years of experience and over 1,300 properties sold. So whether you just have a couple generalized questions or want to learn more about Tennessee, or are serious and want maybe a tour of a home, we do tons and tons of video tours for our clients from out of state. I would say I nearly specialize in selling to out-of-state clients at this point. So if you don't have time to fly in, but you're thinking about Nashville, give me a call. Let's talk about some options that I offer. I'd love to help. So with that, I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, check out the channel for more videos, tours, everything you need to know about Tennessee. See y'all.